With Iceberg tables, protection is only half the story. When recovery is needed, Clumio's Iceberg-aware backups are immediately usable and queryable. No manual configuration, no metadata repair, and no extra work. Let me show you how Clumio restores your glue-based Iceberg tables and AWS S3 tables. Here, I'm in the calendar view for a protected S3 table, though the same steps apply to glue-based Iceberg tables. Clumio gives you 3 flexible restore options: restore all snapshots for a table, restore a selected subset, or restore to a specific point in time. For this demo, I'll restore a subset of snapshots. Unlike native Iceberg snapshots, because Clumio backups are air-gapped, I can restore into the same account and region as the source table, or choose a cross-account and/or cross-region restore for added isolation. I can create a brand new table or restore into an existing one, apply Iceberg-specific settings like compaction and snapshot retention policies, and even choose which snapshot the restored table should use as its current version. For now, I'll go with a cross-account restore and leave the remaining options at their defaults. Clumio handles the entire process, restoring your data, metadata, and every selected Iceberg snapshot into the target table in your chosen account. Let's skip ahead. And the restore is complete. Now here's the best part. Because Clumio's backups are Iceberg-aware, the moment we switch over to AWS, we can see our newly restored table fully operational, immediately queryable with no manual setup or metadata fixes. Let's open Athena and run a quick query. Perfect. And every selected Iceberg snapshot made the journey as well, carried over intact and ready for historical analysis. Lastly, let's look at a different glue-based Iceberg table in the AWS console. This table has been corrupted with literal null values across several columns. And to make matters worse, any viable native Iceberg snapshots have already aged out of the snapshot retention window. But with Clumio's air-gapped backups, I can still recover the table to an earlier point in time. Let's return to the Clumio portal and perform a point-in-time restore. Again, these steps work the same for both glue-based and S3 table Iceberg formats. As with any point-in-time operation, we'll begin by selecting the exact date and time we want to restore to. Notice the expired native snapshot ID that Clumio has retained for recovery. While I could restore to a new table, in this case, we'll roll back the source table to the selected snapshot. All right, let's kick off the restore. We'll skip ahead through the process. And perfect. It's finished. Back in the AWS console, we can query the table and confirm that the data has been fully recovered. And if we check the snapshots, we'll see that the selected snapshot is now serving as the table's current version. And that's it. Don't leave your critical Iceberg data exposed. With Clumio's Iceberg-aware data protection solution, you get enterprise-grade protection and recovery with true air-gap isolation, fully functional restores, and support for both glue-based and S3 table-based Iceberg environments. Ready to secure your Iceberg data lake?